Hello, so today I'm gonna make a video on how you can actually beat or get Sukuna without defeating Boss Rush. You heard that right, you can actually evolve Sukuna without defeating Boss Rush, and let me show you how. I don't think many people have made a video on this already, or many people have realized this, but you actually don't need to really beat Boss Rush in order to get basically evolve Sukuna or Itadori. So you guys will see today that I have if I go to the boss event right here, I literally have 0 of the boss event stuff, and the reason why I don't have any of that already is because I haven't, haven't beaten it yet, and I will explain why I haven't beat it yet. But I think it's perfect for this video because that way I can help other people that has not yet beaten Sukuna. So in order to actually do this is you're gonna need to get these units in your team. You can replace Alucard with Choso if you haven't evolved Choso, which is pretty good. Actually, I think Choso might be better than Alucard for this. So if you have Choso, definitely get Choso if you don't have Alucard. And you do need some evolved units. So for example, I think Toji is a very good option, and Alucard is also a very good option. But if you have Choso, again, that's very good. Then Vegeta evolved as well is a very good option. You basically need these farms right here, Itadori, and then evolved Toji and evolved Vegeta, and then a bleed which can be Choso or Alucard. And then just enter the boss event and then click the start. So what you're gonna do right here is very simple. Now a lot of people think that they need to beat the boss event in order to actually get the kills for Sukuna. Alright, so once you're here, you're basically just gonna do exactly what I'm gonna do with this team right here. This is the one that I use, so it's the one that I'm gonna use in this guide. But essentially what you really just need to do is get or damage Sukuna enough with Itadori while you're on boss rush. So there's 2 opportunities for you to do this. One in wave 10 and then another one in wave 20. So you can literally get 2 kills. If you can't beat the game mode, again, as I've mentioned, you can get 2 kills without defeating the entire boss rush or the boss event. And you need to just do this event 5 times without winning it, and you can actually evolve Itadori. So that's a very cool thing that you can actually do. And then the other thing that you're gonna need to do is just get fingers, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. But again, this is basically the strategy that I'm gonna be using right now. So I'm gonna evolve or upgrade all my farms right now, and then place my units. One thing that I want to mention right now is if you don't have the best stats on your units, and if you don't have if you don't have decent levels on your units, you will not be able to do this game mode. So my recommendation is, for me, for example, I don't have Choso evolved, and I don't want to evolve him because I want to use that materials for Sukuna. Then if that's the case, then that means my only option now is Alucard. But since I don't have enough levels on Alucard, that's literally what's hindering me right now from actually defeating the game mode. So again, for a lot of you guys out there, you guys might struggle, or definitely will struggle with this game mode if you do not have like the highest of levels. So my advice to you is just follow what I'm doing right now, and you'll be able to kill Sukuna 2 times without ever actually needing to beat the boss rush or the boss event. And by doing this, even if you don't win the boss event because you're not that good, you kinda suck, you can still evolve your Sukuna, which is what a lot of people want from this boss event. I'm gonna make a guide on how to beat this boss rush eventually once I have decent stats on my units, because you do need decent stats and again decent levels. And then after you place your Vegetas right there, just place your Toji right here. Again, Toji is very important because he's gonna be what's gonna help you to essentially soften up the boss for your Itadori to kill or last hit, because it is very important that your Itadori gets a hit on the boss. So it doesn't really need to do the last hit, but it needs to do damage to the boss. And you also need to get the boss. You also need to kill the boss. You're going to place your Itadori down to get a damage on the boss, and this will count as a damage, which is very cool. This will count as damage to the boss. So let me just place him down. Once he's close to dying, like probably right now, I'm gonna place him down, and this is gonna do damage. Okay, he's done damage. Then click the number 2. You gotta disable 2 and 3, And then after I've done that, I'm just gonna take him away again. So take down 1, that's literally him killing Sukuna. Then take that away, and you know, just focus on my other units. I'm gonna max out one of my Alucards. So this method isn't really the no boss rush method. I would say that this method is probably better called as the no beat the boss rush method, because again, you can use this method to beat or to get evolution kills for Sukuna, and the only way to really get that is boss rush, but you don't need to beat boss rush to do that. You really don't. Alright, so again, once you're in this part right here, evolve your Toji to this specific upgrade right here, to where he can now unlock the inventory and pick the domain breaker. I think the one that circle AoE. So the circle AoE is much better, I think, for boss killing. So that's one of the reasons why we pick that. So what this is gonna do is essentially soften up the boss. And again, once the boss is close to dying, you're gonna place down an Itadori, and that's gonna count again as another kill for Itadori, which is gonna count. So you can do 2 of these per match without beating the boss, because obviously if you've done the 3rd one, that means you beat the boss event. So there's no reason for this video. But again, this chat will allow you to do it without necessarily beating the boss. So you can upgrade one of them to max as well if you want to. That will help. But now, okay, now he's close to dying, and when he's really close to dying, I will place down a unit. So I'll place down Itadori. So maybe in a little bit I'll place him down. Like, okay, I think okay, right now, there we go. So there we go, that counted as a takedown for him, takedown for Itadori right there. And then now we're gonna upgrade. But anyway, as you guys can see right here, I lost to this game mode right here. If I made a couple of adjustments, I probably would have actually been able to beat it. Like if I maybe put my Alucard 1 step closer right here, I might have been able to beat the enemies right there. So these certain adjustments, okay, maybe if I had slightly higher level on my Alucard, because my Alucard is only level 50, and my other units right here, I literally only have 1 max level unit. So maybe if I had max units, I would have been able to beat this. But again, that's not the point. Most people out there will not be able to beat this because they don't have high level units. Maybe you don't have that many evolved units yet. You only really need to beat the boss once. And if I go return to lobby right now, alright, so once I'm in lobby and I go right here in, you know, the evolution, if you've watched earlier, it was actually only at 10. But if I select it right now, or sorry, it was at 8. But as you guys can see right now, it's at 10. And this is because I actually was able to beat Sukuna in that boss event. Even though I didn't beat the exact boss event, I was able to beat Sukuna, or I was able to take down Sukuna. So that counts, technically. So now what you're gonna do is the other method. So this is going to be farming infinite. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna farm infinite. So right here, I did confirm with the developer that the infinite fingers or the cursed fingers still drop from Shibuya Station. So after you've killed the boss in boss event using the exact method that I showed you, you just need to beat it once. Okay, you just need to beat it once per boss event, and once you beat it once, you can just keep doing that 10 times. You don't need to defeat the entire boss event to do it. You just need to beat Sukuna with Itadori, or you don't need to beat Itadori. Sorry, you don't need to beat Sukuna with Itadori. You just need to get the kill, or you just need to damage Sukuna with Itadori, and that will count as a kill. And once you've done that, all you have to do right now is just farm this game mode right here until you get a Sukuna. And then you just do that. You just kill Sukuna in infinite 20 times, get 20 fingers, and use those fingers to evolve your Sukuna. Now, this is for people that cannot beat the boss event, because I know some of you guys out there can't beat the boss event, because again, you do need to have decent stats and a very high level, because the boss event is scaled around level 60. So if you're not level 60, you might not be able to beat the boss event. So this method right here is for people that can beat the boss event, so they can't get fingers from the boss event, so they gotta get fingers from this method right here, from infinite. So just follow what I did, and you should be able to evolve Sukuna, albeit it's gonna be slightly harder than usual. So that's gonna be it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.